Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Archive, where we once again return with Final Fantasy XIV. And I missed last week, and you know what? I have just accepted the fact that chaos is chaos, and what are you going to do? So we're just dealing with it as it comes. Who cares? We're playing Final Fantasy XIV tonight, and we have things to do, and I'm not going to waste any time because we've got a prisoner exchange to handle. Also, my camera's doing weird things over here. Give me a second to adjust that. That fixed nothing. Fantastic. Love that. There we go. All right. You might notice that I'm a little energetic for once. Work has not gotten easier, but as I said, I've learned to just embrace the chaos and honestly deal with things. So we're making some strides. Dealing with things. Yeah. Again, don't want to get into it. Embrace chaos. Love chaos. That's all we need. But we're doing something. Prisoner exchange, yes. God, I'm forgetful. Let's see. So we left off. Yugiri got her memories back. Bad. Yeah, that's not going to end well. I have a feeling that things are going to go very poorly at this exchange. But, maybe, when things never go wrong, right? And if they do, well, embrace the chaos. Love it. All right. He will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they wait us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum. What was the other thing some of the other things that happened last week? Oh, right. Best Buddy's back. That's cool. Good to see him again. Introducing such a fucking awesome character and then, getting rid of him that quickly. Especially since he didn't get a ton of scenes. It just seemed like a little bit of a disappointment when we killed him, but he's back. The boy. Can't complain. Loving it. Greetings. How's it going tonight? We're going this way. I know I just did this boat like 15 minutes ago to get here, but take me back. Yeah, something tells me this is really not going to go well. But if there's a problem, we'll deal with it, as we've dealt with literally every problem before now. Is that how they look in the dark? Very neon. Guess I've just never noticed that, or I've not seen them when it's been dark in-game. Okay. Alright, let's see. Hello, Confederate skipper. Taking us over to the rendezvous point? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That, and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let's be about it. And not acknowledging the fact that I'm gonna pretty much handle any problem that comes our way? I see. I see. It's just kind of an unspoken thing at this point. It's just assumed. What's with the boxes? I hope you're not bringing our men back in coffins. I assume the prisoner exchange would be of living people.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Yeah, cut the shit. We know what's going on. There's no reason
Indeed.
to deceive us.
We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
I'm really hoping they're not coffins filled with the prisoners we were supposed to get exchanged, but I think that might be exactly what they are.
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. Absolutely great.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion. Welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Also, if I look a little flushed, it's like out of seasonably hot in where I live right now, so I'm dealing with it as I come. My my poor personal AC unit is trying its best, but well, I mean it's cheap, so you get what you pay for, I guess.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord here?
Hey, Yatsuyo. Back to your old ways, I assume.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai, and acting viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern. Mine to punish!
You know, I was kind of hoping you would at least have some, like, level of decency for the kindness that we showed you when you were an amnesiac. I mean, sure, there were a couple threats of execution, but hey, come on. We didn't treat you like trash.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire.
You know, part of me was kind of hoping that, you know, it would, you know, it may be something deep in, you know, wanting some level of redemption, but, nah, I think you can't get that lucky, huh?
Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
Great. I don't see how you're gonna do that. Pretty sure I could deal with you pretty easily.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
Sure. Yeah, cool mirror. Yeah, we saw that before.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Man, a little theatrical. Did you really have to put on like the grovelly voice and do the antagonistic thing of putting on this act here? Oh, great! Oh, no! God damn it! Okay, so you're summoning something. What is the goal here? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with Xenos? You're gonna become a primal?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
I'm glad you're catching up, Alphino. It's the moon. Okay, and you would be... Let's see. Moon-themed... So you even got the rabbit ears, the Japanese culture and rabbits on the moon and all that. Obviously, influence is obvious.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
Oh my god, are these two not pieces of shit? Are these two just... These my boys, they're not evil, they're just... These two probably just genuinely thought, peace talks. Great, this sounds great.
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
As you command.
Still, I didn't finish my train of thought. So, Japanese-themed moon god... Tsukiyomi? I don't know much about Japanese, history and shit.
You asked me to run?
But that sounds right. Yeah, just do what you always do and let me handle all your problems.
Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is
Oh wait,
yours.
I actually got it right? Holy fuck, alright. I didn't actually expect that. I was just taking a shot in the dark.
We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours.
Well, then you should know you have
But
absolutely
I have
zero
become
chance.
Skrill, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
God, if only you knew how many people, how many primals use that exact fucking line. Well, I don't think any of them use that exact line, but paraphrasing.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail.
Sure.
Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Dorma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Okay. Am I fighting her solo? Oh, no, there it is. I was gonna fucking say. I mean, I can handle it, but... Fuck. That's not good. 335, and I'm at 303. That's not great. All of my gear is out of level. Okay, let's think. What's the best way to immediately gain about 40 item level? I mean, I could think of one. Actually, no, that's actually low. Do I have any class right now that's got a 335? Yeah, Viper. Alright, well, that's not what I expected to happen, and if that happened here, it's probably gonna occur in this dungeon, too. If there's any future dungeons, which I assume there will be, because it's been, like, 10 missions. Tombstone gear? Good point. Yes. The question is, where is the best place to buy Tombstone gear? Kugane? I think I've got plenty of tombstones, luckily. Actually, I think I'm maxed on tombstones, so I should have plenty. Okay. Tombstone sundries, I believe. Yep, Ninja Viper. We want item level 340, which requires data logs. Oh, here. Duh. You click on the thing that has the tombstone icon, maybe. Daggers. Our body is fine. Wait a minute. Oh, no, yeah, okay, yeah, that would make way more sense to get the higher level gear. We'll just skip out on the daggers. That's fine. We'll go chest. That's not chest. Chest. We're gonna... What is my lowest level gear? Yeah, I'm just blind as a bat. Let's see. Okay, lowest level gear pieces is going to be... that I need to replace. It's going to be this stuff. Why did I buy a chest piece when I already have a 370? I am so dumb. That's fine though. It's technically slightly higher item level, so we don't actually have that much more to do. We probably only need to replace a few accessories here. Skaven. I don't need an earring because I already have one. We'll take a necklace. We'll take a bracelet. 338. Perfect. And where's my ninja glamour? There. Perfect. Problem solved. I almost always forget tombstone gear is generally the highest item level you can get. Fuck, I don't have any, I got the play dead emote? When did I get play dead? Yeah, when did... Oh yeah, we'll do that. That'll make Q a little faster. Although, assuming that the wait time is actually correct, shouldn't take us too long, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Granted, I didn't see what it was until after the original thing got disbanded. Yeah, you're right. My B. Speaking of, let's eat something to get that XP bonus. Do I have a... Yep, that'll do. Do I have enough tombstone? What kind of tombstones do I have left? 330. Yeah, buying the 2 worthless pieces of gear really kind of fucked me, huh? Random skirt. Southern Seas skirt. Sure. I mean, I'm always looking for more glamour pieces. I went probably into my armory chest, which surprisingly isn't full. Actually, did a little organizing. I still need to drop some stuff off. I don't need 3 Expeditioner's caps. In fact, I think I have a lot of duplicate items from Palace of the Dead stuff. Oh yeah, I have 4 sets of dinosaur leather shoes. 2 sets of High House half boots. Fenfarian sandals. Holy shit, I need to get rid of a lot of this stuff. 4 survival shirts. I haven't played this game. I haven't played on this account since last stream. I've actually started an alt with a close friend, so I've been going through A Realm Reborn again. Learning healer, surprisingly enough. Not tank. He wanted to be the tank, so I decided to learn a bit of healer. Haven't gotten to the point where I can actually do healing yet, because I started summoner instead of conjurer, but... or arcanist. Plan on swapping to scholar instead of summoner once I get to level 30. Let's see. Any quests I can just hammer out real fast? King of the Castle, which is... I do not remember any of my mission binds. Oh, that's a hard mode dungeon, or an optional dungeon, probably. Zoo out there, that's an actual thing we could do. Let's try... yeah, we'll go out and kill some zoos. Yeah, I knew it was either a hard dungeon or an optional. I just didn't know which. I like to do the optionals, but I had to do a couple of hard mode Realm Reborn dungeons for relic equipment, and honestly, they suck so bad. Like, not like, oh, they just simply don't exist. Oh, that makes more sense. Could have sworn I picked up a quest for one in Heavensward, but it could have just been an optional dungeon I just mistook for a hard mode dungeon. I've never actually, like, gone out of my way to do any of the optional stuff after, optional dungeons after a Realm Reborn. I mean, don't get me wrong, the concept of a, like a remixed, harder dungeon is interesting. But at the same time, I mean, compared to the other dungeons and the normal mode dungeons, they seem the ones I've played through are just kind of a slog. What's the easiest way up there? Oh, probably this way. Nope. Wrong target. I can't imagine the queue will take that much longer. Hopefully. I say that knowing full well it could take like 20 minutes. Just because it says 5 minutes doesn't mean shit. Try not to die. Alright. Another blue quest down. Okay, which means I'm missing an Aether Current somewhere on this map, because I don't see any other blue quests. The question is, or I simply have another blue quest to do that I completely missed while I was up in the area I needed to be and now have to drive back. Phenomenal! I've got to kill a couple more minutes anyway. Honestly, not nearly as bad as I expected it to be. But, honestly, I've just learned to embrace the chaos and stop caring. It's a lot better on, my mental. Alright, this is assuming I can actually get there. Because I haven't actually gone to this part of the map yet. Should be able to if I go up. Or it's, oh no, that doesn't make sense. Okay, actually that worked. That worked a lot better than I expected it to. Guess it's not that way. That's how I get to another part of the map I haven't explored yet. Although we will get the additional experience from going that way after this quest is done. Oh, shit. Heavy. Not control. That is not the spell I wanted. That quest is done. Let's go clean up the rest of the map here. I didn't expect it to work either, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm honestly surprised you can just kind of climb that wall once you get that high. Alright, there's almost certainly an eighth or an aether current somewhere in this section of map. The question is, where? Of course, there might not be. It could just be I need to turn in this quest, and it'll unlock the last one, and I'll be able to fly. But we'll at least poke around. You see, this would have been a perfect spot to hide one. I guess they're not supposed to really be hidden, per se, but... yeah. I really should have a map prepared with all these aether currents on them. No. I'm just gonna go over here and turn in this quest. You know, I could have just gotten over to this side of the map by just fucking going this way instead of doing the weird jump. Oh yeah, duh. Fucking, you're right. Ski item. It's somewhere. I forget where it is. God, I forgot that's a thing. Honestly, I don't even remember how to check it. I don't even remember it's an inventory item or it's just a thing. It's duty menus collection. Oh, Aether Compass. 405 yalms to the south. There's one south here. Southeast. I have a feeling. Still southeast, but now I'm a lot closer. It's either above me or it's somewhere. It's gonna be above me. Or yeah, no, it's above. Curious how I missed this. Oh, how did I miss this the first time? Although I guess if I wasn't looking for it, I could have very easily missed it, actually. Okay. So, same thing as before. Collection. Aether Compass. To the west, so the direction I am facing. And 600, so it's decently far. Man, this queue is, this queue was not, well, another hour, maybe an hour and a half, depending on, depending. I'm awake right now, but I do have a couple things to do before I head to bed for work tomorrow. So I'll probably have to get off at 2:30 at the latest. Assuming. In northwest? Yep. Literally could have just turned to my left or right slightly and I would have seen it. Alright. Southeast. So back this way. That 913, that's pretty far. This one's probably going to be around this area here. Oh, hey, it's the workers that we hired to start getting salt. Huh. Hey guys. Just work at good day at the salt mines. Alright, so it's actually going to be a little farther. It's probably going to be over here-ish. At this rate, I'm going to have to eat another food item before this queue pops. It takes another 13 minutes. $366 more. Honestly, might be here-ish. Yeah. Gotta go around the bridge. So it's due south. The hole. I mean... Yep, right here. Actually starting to get it. Oh, yeah. Yep. And no nearby currents, which I think means I've gotten all of the actual one in the hole. Oh, like in this section down here. I think if we turn this in, that should be the last of them. Unless that has to be within 1,000 meters, and I'm just not within 1,000 yoms of anything else. I see, I see. Yeah, because I've got this entire section I haven't checked yet. Which, if I'm correct, and that is, and this is the last Aether Current we're going, I'll just fly over there and mark it. Yep, I think this quest is the last one. Didn't expect to be able to fully clear this map. And be able to fly in this map by the time this queue popped, but, you know, things work out. Could I have totally done this while I was off stream? Yes, definitely, but at least it gives us something to do. Hey, there we go. I can't wait for it to teleport us back to the other map, so I have to come all the way back here just to finish that quest off. Hey, at least you didn't swap the healer, and then the Q would have popped, and then we would be waiting another, like, 5-10 minutes. Alright, zoom out. Oh, my portrait got disabled.
Oh, it's going to be a long
Oh, did I not lock onto... Okay, fans.
Your end is near.
No, I got a vulnerability stack. That's not great. Oh, rabbit of shame. God, I'm rusty. Playing too many tanks and fucking healers. Nope, wrong button.
Will be all the sweeter.
I did not expect to have to do mobbing. I should be really saving my move. Oh my god. Gosetsu. Holy shit. She does have some sort of emotional attachment, so she's not completely a monster anymore.
Darkness begins the spider living. The mortal, I rise of you. Diffused with night, I shall prevail.
Nope, I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so I have Moon now. I think I did this right? Yes, I did. Okay, that worked.
Moonlight's chill, shine petals pale.
Oh, hold on. Did I just get... Well, I did something wrong.
Beg them.
Tank Buster. You gotta swap sides to make sure you don't get... Oh, okay.
Suffused with night, I shall prevail.
So I do. Oh, okay. I understand.
Your end is near.
Good. Almost did it again.
In school's gloom, black tendrils tremble. Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you under my heels. I'll grind you under my heel.
Whew, okay. One death, but I didn't know what was going on, so I can't fault myself too much for it. Avoided it the time after I knew what I was doing. How the fuck did your clothes turn white? The hair? Okay, I can kinda get. But the clothes? Well, you learned your lesson. Probably not. Wow. How did you shoot her from the stairs when I couldn't see you until you made like half a step up? Whatever. Also, are we gonna do something here? Are we just gonna let him continue shooting her, or are we gonna... Hey, what's up?
You really must learn to finish the job.
We could just kick this kid's shit in, you know. No one would ever know.
That a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
You caused this, asshole. Fucking hypocrite.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Look, I know, diplomacy and all that, but literally no one else is here. I could kill you and dispose of the body, and no one would be one the wiser. I could just blame it on you got killed by the Primal. What are you gonna do about it?
Ha! You cannot, of course. To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
There is no witnesses. We have, and he has the perfect scapegoat. Come on.
This Dorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
Except, you know, well, that gives me all the more justification to kill you, honestly. If we've already broken the treaty, then there's nothing stopping me from kicking your shit in.
It should have been mine. The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Dorma. I would have repaid his faith.
This is all about because your sister got the power and you didn't. Wow, you're an asshole.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Great. I don't even know how to fucking respond to that.
This harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth!
You are something.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
Oh.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives.
Not entirely
Like you,
sure what's happening.
Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
Honestly, justified. Fucking kill him. I don't even fault you. Guy's a piece of shit.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied. You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
I will admit it was a little cathartic to see her getting shot several times after she shot Gosetsu when he was down. Even if it was from this little piece of shit.
the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead. He will mourn to you, perhaps. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
You see, there's still a little bit left of Suyu in there, even if you got most of your memories and trauma back. Well, whenever you're reborn, I hope you're reborn into a much better life than this one. You kinda got fucked over from the start.
Lord Xenos.
Oh, you're still alive.
Lord Xenos.
No, this is after the, I assume this is after the hospital scene, so this is
I am at your disposal.
recent.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps.
So yeah, this was all part of your plan, huh?
But as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
Oh, it's a Kojin relic. That's what that is.
The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
Well, at least you're smart enough to recognize that.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face.
Oh, I see. You're just trying to convince the Populares that peace isn't the option.
You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent.
Oh my god, stop fanboying for like 2 seconds.
I will not fail you, my lord.
Well, hopefully he'll put up a better fight. Although that does
You have
tell
prevailed, I see.
us that Xenos is alive, at least on some level. Because I don't think we were aware of that yet. I mean, I'm assuming so, but at the same time, he's in the cutscene that would have had to happen after we kill him, so maybe it's like a maybe I kill. No, there's no way I killed a body double. That body double would have had to be just as strong as like they would have had to go through some serious training. So it's either that's a body double, or he's still alive somehow, even though we buried him here and they would never have had a chance. I don't know. Although he did merge with a primal. He merged with Shinryu. I guess there would be nothing stopping a dedicated group of Garleans from, like, summoning Shinryu and, like, getting him back that way? I don't know if that's how that works. I don't know. I'm still confused. I'm just glad he's back, honestly. He was, like, the best character in this expansion. Other than Gosetsu, of course. But Gosetsu arrived in A Realm Reborn.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Yeah, I don't think it really was never peace to begin with. It was just a ruse.
Lord Hien.
But my boy, Maximo, what's up, bro? I'm glad we're what's up? How's it going?
Maximo, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
You just genuinely want peace? Yeah, you're just genuinely a good
Entertain thoughts
person.
of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The
He's
ambassador
back.
insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Oh my god, Eddie's smart and intuitive. Oh, the perfect man. It's a vision of Asahi's past.
I have heard tell of this power you wield, and in your vision,
Oh, I skipped that on
How can
accident.
it be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Don't know yet.
forgive
Still
me,
figuring
but
that
Lord
out.
Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say.
Well, yeah.
What then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court. The idea is inconceivable, absurd. But worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
We could hand them over.
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second in command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Things are working out better than I thought they would.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
I give it about a 50-50 that they're blowing out of the sky before they get there. Just
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
for that exact reason. Clearly, Xenos doesn't like that, or whoever that was doesn't.
Might I
Or,
accompany
I
you to
assume
the
it's Xenos. But, what?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
That seems like a terrible fucking idea, though. Going infiltrating behind enemy
In
lines.
full knowledge of the danger.
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
This is your moment, buddy. Don't die, please.
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
That's a smart idea.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
That's asking a lot of our boy.
I shall be on my
Reckless
best
is like his middle name.
Farewell, my friends.
Though it's nice to know that there are people inside Garlemald who genuinely just want peace. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning. Thank the Kame you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Oh, decent amount of prisoners, too. And all's well that mostly ends well.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Yeah, no biggie. Fighting and defeating people is kind of what I do for fun. Finally, you smile. Like, seriously, I thought you were gonna keep a straight face on that entire time, Hien.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, Gosetsu. You shaved your head.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
It's just a haircut. Sure, he looks a little weird, but...
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
Monk Setsu. Oh, I'm sorry, did you just say all of them? Yeah, it's a completely fucking... It's, like, unreasonable to do that. Like, to assume you could do it to all of them, but you don't have to fucking phrase it like that. Be a little gentler, right?
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
Well, I mean, the occupation did start 25 years ago. That's a law of, I think, yeah? 25 years, I think, is the in-game time. So, I mean, you gotta change things up eventually. You can't do the same thing over and over again. People change over multiple decades.
For Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You know what just occurred to me? A little weird time scale thing that just occurred to me. I had a birthday over the weekend, and I am now... It's weird to think about that I'm now 26, which means the Doman... If I lived in Doma during the occupation, and it was 25 years... it would be... If I would have only known a free Doma for a single year... Which is crazy to think about timeline-wise. Holy fuck, man.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Good luck, Gosetsu. God, he looks so weird without hair. Could have shaved the beard at the same time. Interesting that you kept that and took the hair off instead. Like, only took the hair off. That's what I meant. Ah, Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kian Khan. I would thank you properly. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu by building a nation which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. The Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter. I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the Kami had been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death, with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the Kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. No. We're going back to Alamigo. Okay. I think it's time we're going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Ralger's Reach. We should be the one to tell Lisa about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Back to Ralger's Reach. I would say that I have no idea, actually. I shouldn't speak. I was going to say something along the lines of, I would say it feels like we're wrapping up post-Stormblood, but other than Xenos, nothing has really been set up for the next expansion yet, which tells me that maybe I'm not as close as I might think. I don't know why I didn't read that dialogue. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, his off-wed will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that... If this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Yeah, not a joke, unfortunately. Just gotta deal with the problem as they come up. You know, just another issue to deal with. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. And you were saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. know how ludicrous this sounds, but I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust hers. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo, in a meeting that could have only taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was definitely Xenos. He had the same appearance, at the very least. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a big, great hole in his neck. We buried him. I and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Dolls, gilded halls, whatever are you talking about? Oh, Thancred. I mean, I saw you in the mission title image, but good to see you. It's been a bit. Alphino had me lending a hand at the saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion that the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business. Ugh. As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so as to not upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Okay. I already have a feeling I know what is exactly going to happen. Also, we're going back to this map. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to... Which means we can turn in this quest and hopefully fly there. Complete. Finally, I can fly again. Makes things so much easier. So we're all just in agreement that the grave's gonna be empty, right? Absolutely no way it's not. This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had scrubbed it off and thought no more of it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we're not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Oh, yeah, that definitely empty. No fucking way it's not.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Wow, I'm so surprised. Okay, was the lightning really necessary? The gods are nothing if not dramatic.
I only hope it isn't walking around.
Is this really a corpse if it's alive again? Thancred, are you really telling me that you couldn't see that man? I mean, yeah, you were probably looking into the coffin, but are you seriously telling me that you, the stealthy ninja that can get into the weirdest fucking places, didn't notice that guy? Come on, man. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, then that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Raubon needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralder's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we're due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Alright, we'll finish this quest up, and then I'll head off for the night. It's about 2 in the morning, and I do need, as I said earlier, I gotta do some things before work tomorrow. "'Tis good to see you are safe and well. What news have you from the east?" Wow, what a great cutscene. So glad. So glad we loaded for that. Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates. But the Warrior of Light? Nay, Alphino has the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Well, I wish we could have gotten a little bit more done tonight, but the 20-minute queue time on that trial was unkind to us this evening. Oh, cutscene. Never mind, I'll shut the fuck up, I guess. We're not quite done. We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. Okay, clearly we're in Garlemald here. this landscape would be, or some sort of castrum. We could be in Alamigo. No, yeah, we're still in Alamigo. We're in one of the castrums. And you are? What are you? Have you lost your mind? Oh my god, defend yourself, dude. He raised a blade to you. What are you doing? At least defend yourself if you're uncertain of whether or not he's hostile. No, don't just stand there around like a dumbass. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Are you... You're not... Xenos? But... But... I would only imagine that Xenos talks like that, but he's... Okay. Huh. Fuck. Now I'm just confused. Like, there's no way that line was said from anybody else in context, except Xenos, right? But then who's the one in Garlemald? You know, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. I need to go to bed. So, thanks everybody so much for watching. If you still are, I am very confused. But, if you enjoyed this, confusing mess and want to catch more of these, the easiest way to do so is to hit the buttons on your respective platforms. You know the deal. Follow on Twitch, subscribe the bell and the like button on YouTube, join the Discord for notifications for when I go live. You know the deal. Everything, whether it's my weekly Pathfinder game with the boys or my personal streams like the one tonight. The plan is currently that I will be on tomorrow for Rhino Remake. Whether or not that will actually happen, it'll entirely depend on work. As I said, I've embraced chaos and stopped caring, so it'll probably happen, but we'll get there when we get there. Thursdays are my busiest work day, so we'll see. But regardless, I hope everybody enjoyed and have a good night. Bye-bye.